Hello YouTubers, Rob here. So I finally finished meddling with my Buffalo boiler after about 2 years of DIYing and trying to improve the process. Had a good brew with it on Saturday and got some good efficiency from it. It was a real simple process. So I wanted to just share with you what I've done here as a final kind of, summary really, and just to show you some of the latest things that I've done. Just a couple of amends. Those who have kind of used to my videos and subscribed and followed me on this, it's kind of coming to the end now, alright? There's still a couple of last minute tricks up my sleeve, but for those looking out, set out to maybe look at getting a Buffalo, my mate's come along, he's seen all this, and he was looking at grain fathers and he went, you know what, I'll just do this. So he's done it. I think all in he spent less than 300 quid and he's got everything. I mean, including the water chillers and the temperature controllers, the fridge, everything, including all of this stuff as well. And it recirculates and all that stuff. So, you know, you can do it a bit more cost effectively. Still not as svelte, still not got the same level of temperature control as a grain father. Basically, I say, is the mash above 66 or 67? Yes, okay, tick. Or is it below that temperature? Yes. I can't really go, oh, I'll have it at 65.3 today, and it just holds it like a grain father. But, you know, it's not the end of the world. It still makes nice beer, and the stout seems to already kicked off and smells fantastic. So I'm just going to show you what I've done then, a couple of new amends to it, and we'll talk you through it and yeah, take it from the top really. So here we go. First of all, there's no bag in this method. We're using a bucket, as many of you would have seen before. Okay, and I'll show you the bucket first of all. So inside the bucket we've got the filter. That's a 400 micron now. I did 1,000 the other day and it worked fine, but this arrived in the post, so I'm going to give this one a go as well. I've got both 1,000 and 400 options. They're only a couple of quid each from Hong Kong on eBay. I've added this, as you can see, which stops the grain getting down the sides, because if you don't have that, basically, and you just cut it to size, it does stick up a little bit. I'm not sure if you can see that. It will rise and grain will get down there when the bucket mildly warps with the heat. So this is just basically a bit of silicone tubing. It's good for the temperatures that we're going to basically have in our mash. So it will cope, and it basically makes a nice little seal between the grain and the bucket. Sorry, the mesh in the bucket. Stop any grain going down and getting into the actual wort itself. Okay, so we lift that out. Oh yeah, legs. So I've got these. These are A2 grade stainless steel legs. They're basically called coach or cup screws. I think they're used for I don't know what they're used for exactly. I originally got them from B&Q when I was in there. They use zinc coated ones. Now, if you use zinc coated and then do sodium chloride adjustments, which makes it slightly salty for your mash water, it will corrode. So you need A2 or A4 grade stainless steel. And the reason I went for these is because they've got a nice wide kind of base to them, which means it puts less pressure on the hop filter at the bottom. So yeah, these are called M6 times 65mm cup screws, or coach screws, or carriage screws, depending on how you look at it, with the stainless steel screws and washers as well. And that really just allows it to sit in here above that tap level. You can see there. You can probably adjust that and pull that down a bit further actually. And it also allows it to sit above the pump, because we've got the recirculating pump. So it's all self-contained. You can basically put the lid on this and it will self-contain reflow, do its water rims, recirculation, without having to go out of that tube there and out to the top, which means it can hold its temperatures in a lot better. So you can set your mash and kind of forget about it, just top it up occasionally, manually, or you can connect it up to a controller. But I'll show you this. So it's obviously a 6-pound fish pump, many of you have seen before. I've taken off the cover, take off the flow control because I just want it on full open, and I've actually put some of that mesh, that 400 micron mesh, inside the casing. Sorry I can't focus on that, it doesn't seem to like it for some reason. But yeah, that really helps, because I think a bit of stray grain got caught down and got stuck inside the impeller and then stopped it working. So just to protect that from happening, put that in there. Moves us on finally to the hop filter. So this is the IKEA splatter screen, the £3 job. I'll put some holes in it. Firstly with some screwdriver, a little screwdriver, just poked them in, and then made them bigger using a golf tee. And that really has worked a treat. And with this silicone tubing, It's all very easy. I've done a video on that previously. It's self-sealing, kind of self-threading, just a bit of silicone seal tube again, and it gets right down underneath there. I only lost about 400 ml of fluid in the end, and I probably could have even got more from it if I'd have poked the tube down further. And all of the hops and all of the crud and the hop break and the proteins just sat on top in a big cake, and I just pulled it off, and there's barely anything left at the bottom. So it was, yeah, it did the job. Really easy clean-up operation as well at the end. And it really, with the legs obviously in the bucket, it can sit above that so it doesn't get crushed. And yeah, really, job is a total good one. I was very, very happy, as I said, with the system. So I just thought I'd share that update with you. And maybe if you're looking to build a Buffalo system using the Buffalo boiler, you can use some of these ideas for inspiration, or, you know, improve upon them. I cut out one of these from the lid of this as well. That sits, so you dough in, you put the grain, put that on the grain. It's very crap, isn't it? I mean, bit rudimentary, but you put that on the top, put the tube on top of that, and then it allows it to just kind of not channel, essentially. So yeah, there we go. All in all, very simple. And of course, when it is doing its thing, once it's recirculating, you can pop the lid on and just leave it be. It will just crack on and do that, even with the pump. It's got a little pump wire, obviously, for the power comes out. But yeah, all doable. So anyway, hope that's food for thought. Anyone who's looking to do that, and yeah, I'll leave you be. I don't know what my video is going to be about anymore, because I'm kind of happy with that now as a system. So I'll have to find some new content. But happy brewing, you know. Give it a go. Take care. Bye.